Now, Kenyan banks had quite the year to forget in 2016, between non-performing loans going up by over $500 million, price controls being imposed on them by legislators, and private sector credit growth, especially towards the end of the year, falling to levels not seen in nearly a decade of less than 5%. So, with the pressure to cut costs as fast as they can, banks are now finally moving forward with the launch of a payment gateway, which will allow ordinary Kenyans and businesses to move cash around in real time, from their bank accounts to their mobile phones and back. The CEO of the Kenyan Bankers Association explained how it all works and the costs involved a little earlier.
Some good news. We are now ready to go. We have just finished the last review with the central bank in terms of product approval. So now we are getting the product approval, and we should be launching the project within 1 or 2 weeks.
1 or 2 weeks.
Is this soon?
Right. So, but this, correct me if I'm wrong, this essentially brings proper real-time settlement between banks. So if the instant I put a deposit check in one bank, I don't have to wait for that 2 or 3 day clearing period anymore.
In fact, the beauty about it is that as we speak, I can transfer money from my account to your account real time as we speak. And it's a matter of using any of the existing channels. You can either use the mobile phone, for example, you can use the internet, you can use ATM, it can be over the counter, or as we go on, it will be over the point of sale system. But the critical thing is the fact that I can move money real time from an account to an account. Something that was not previously possible, because previously I could only get money from my account, load it onto my wallet, depending on the mobile network operator, and then transfer it into your wallet, and then from your wallet into your account.
Yeah.
Now, rather than going through that long loop, I can transfer directly from my account to your account using any of the channels real time.
And so that eliminates that batch processing for RTGS or EFT transactions that usually happen at set points during the day.
Yes, but now this one is real time. So it will be settling. The settling can be done in given, after given periods, but the actual transfer between the customers will be happening real time.
Right, so this essentially takes all the fees that essentially for those transactions are used to go into Safaricom, Orange Money, Airtel, whatever, and puts that straight back into the hands of the banks.
Not into the hands of the banks, but back to the customer. Because it's the customer who is really making the saving. Because initially the customer had to do this transfer from the bank account into the ATM, into the wallet, then from my wallet to your wallet. And then you also incur costs moving from your wallet into the bank account. Now, by transferring directly into the bank account, you don't need to go through this channel, and all the costs that you're incurring along the line now are saved by the customer. But the customer now pockets that effectively.
But will the fees then, at least on the banking side, for moving that cash from point A to point B, will those remain the same, or will they reduce? Because in some cases it's pretty high.
It is minimal. I mean, the switch itself will charge a switch fee, which is really minimal, and then the bank at the receiving end and the bank at the sending end charge some transaction fee. But because the essence of this product was to achieve financial inclusion, to ensure that the micro payment is facilitated, the banks will be charging a minimal fee for that. So it will not be comparable to what currently they are being forced to
Just one more question. That switch fee that we're talking about, how minimal is minimal? Are we talking about 10 shillings a transaction?
Actually, it's less than 10 shillings. I don't have the figure, but it's less than 10 shillings. 10 shillings is by far too high.